Greetings and welcome to Yarnspirations. I'm Mary Beth Temple for Hooked for Life, and in this video we're going to learn how to make a classic granny square. Now I'm using the instructions from the Red Heart pattern, Graphic Granny's Throw, and you can grab that pattern for free by clicking on the link below. While you're down there, feel free to like this video and subscribe to the channel for fresh content weekly on knitting, crocheting, and other yarny stuff. Click on some of those social media links so you can follow us. And use hashtag Yarnspirations on your posts so we can see what you're up to. Now I'm using some Red Heart Super Saver and a crochet hook size I-9 5.5 millimeter. And once again, I am using the Graphic Granny's pattern, but you can use whatever yarn and hook works for you and make these fabulous granny squares, which gives you a basis to move on and learn other kinds of cool granny squares to do. So let's get started on this traditional granny square. Okay, the first thing you're going to do to make your fabulous granny square is to chain 4. And it says join with slip stitch in first chain to form a ring. So what I want you to do is find the very first chain that you made. Stick your hook in there, under 2 legs of the chain, if you will. Yarn over and pull it through everything because it's a slip stitch. And when we say ring, this is what we're referring to. Here's our ring. So then we're going to make our first round. We're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet in the ring. Now, you don't have to, but I like to crochet over my tail just to keep it out of the way for later. So there's 1, 2 double crochets, chain 2, three double crochet in ring, 1, 2, 3, and that chain 2, 3 double crochet in ring was in a parentheses, and it says to do that 3 times. So that one we just did counts, that's 1. We're going to do it 2 more times. So chain 2, 1, 2, 3 double crochet in ring, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 3 double crochet in ring, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, and then we're going to join the round with a slip stitch in the top of the beginning chain. So our 3 double crochet at the beginning, 1, 2, 3, that counts as a double crochet. So we're going to join right in the top of that beginning chain 3. So there is my first round. You can see it looks square already. And these are the corners. These are going to be where our corners are, and our corners are going to stay consistent. Now for the next round, my working yarn is over here, and I need it to be over there. So to get it there, I'm going to slip stitch in the top of each of the next 2 double crochets. So there's 1, 2, and then I'm going to slip stitch in the chain 2 space. And now my yarn is where I need it to be. So it's chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet in the same space, So there's my 2 double crochet, chain 2, 1, 2. Now, you see how I just moved that? I did that out of habit, but it's a good thing to point out. These stitches will slide on the chain 2 because you're working in the space, not in a specific chain. So if you need to sort of mush it around to get everything to fit when you're getting started, there's nothing wrong with that. 2. 3. All right, so there was my beginning chain 3, 2 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet in the same space. Then we are going to chain 1 and 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet in the same chain 2 space. And so these are corners. From here on out, when we have these 2 groups of stitches in there, that's going to be a corner. So there's my 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet in the same space. So there's my second corner made. So I'm going to chain 1, make a corner, chain 1, make a corner, chain 1, join the round with a slip stitch in that first double crochet, which is that beginning chain 3 at the very top of that, and then I'll come back and meet you for the third round. So for our first round, we made the 4 corner spaces. For our second round, we made our 4 corners. Now, moving forward, there will always be a corner in every corner because this is a square that we're making. And then the number of sections on the side is going to grow by 1 on each side as we keep expanding. But let me talk a little bit about that while we do it. So I just wanted to show you one more time about slip stitching over to the space. So slip stitch in the top of the next double crochet, and in the top of the next double crochet, and in the chain 2 space, and chain 3 to get started. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to make a corner. So it's going to be 2 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet in this first corner because that beginning chain is already there, and it counts as a double crochet. So there's my corner made. Now we have to address this side section here. So we're going to chain 1, and we're just going to put 3 double crochets in there. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, make a corner. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, 3. So once again, we've got this one little section on the side. We're going to chain 1, put 3 double crochets in there. 1, 2, 3. chain 1, make another corner. So here we are, 1, 2, 3, working on our third round, and we have one of these little side sections in there. Now I'm going to grab a square that I made earlier, and we're going to talk about the rounds going forward. Here is a 6-round square that I made earlier today. Here's my first round, in which I made the 4 corner spaces, just like I showed you. Here's my second round, in which I lined up my 4 corners. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. And the third round, which is the one we were just working on, there was the corner, the one side shell, the corner, etc. Now, you'll see as my square keeps growing, my corners stay in the same place. Corner, 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 corner. And then on my side sections, I had 1, then I had 2, then I had 3, then I had 4. And that's what I was talking about, the side sections growing with each subsequent round. So you can keep going on this granny square for as few rounds as you want, or if you wanted to make a king-size granny square for your bed, you could do it. You would always have 4 corners because this is a square, and the number of side sections would move up, 1 more on each side with every subsequent round, with every subsequent round. So thank you so much for joining me here on how to make a granny square. I'm Mary Beth Temple from Hooked for Life. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel for fresh content weekly on knitting, crocheting, and other yarny stuff. Please use the links below to follow us on the various social media platforms. Use hashtag Yarnspirations on your own posts if you want us to see your fabulous granny squares. Now, there are all types of granny square variations that you can learn moving forward. What do you want to try now that you have learned the traditional one? We want to know. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me here on Yarnspirations. I look forward to seeing you again here real soon. Bye-bye.